I hope you like pain.
It's went a bit smelly.
This is ripping my nut.
Morning everyone. That's us up. Alarms just went off at 6 o'clock. Poured the rain during the night again. And it's still raining, although it sounds like it's not raining so heavy just now. Let's turn my water off there. And it's cold enough you can see your breath. And we're going to get over this hill and get at least to the campsite. I mean, that's us been well rested. That was like, what, 4 o'clock was it we got here? So 4 o'clock, I think it was 4, was it? I can't remember, or maybe 2. Anyway, that's us well rested. It's a shame we couldn't have got the stuff dried out, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna, I only had 1 packet of couscous to eat yesterday and a couple of pepperami, so that's only like 600-700 calories. So I need to eat more. I need to eat more food to give me energy to get going, although I don't feel very hungry. So I'm going to have a packet of super noodles just now. I'm going to put on porridge. I really can't be bothered eating this. It's like instant porridge. It doesn't taste good at all. But Moss seems to like it, so I'm going to top up her energy supplies with giving her porridge in the morning. And I'm also really dehydrated, so I'm going to drink hundreds of water and then head off. So see you in a bit. There's our wee hut. There's the path that we're going up. So that's us. Cheerio little hut. There's the hut, and where the river crosses, because it's been raining so much last night, it's too deep and fast flowing there to cross. So I'm to come up to look for a shallower bit to go over, because what we don't want to be doing is taking a dunk first thing in the morning, that's for sure. Come on, Moss. This bit looks promising. This is probably the last glimpse we'll get of the wee hut, and it's right there behind a big boulder. Aye, so it's just loads of track like this just now. So we're just getting the Scotch mist just now, like half raining. See, that was quite good getting that sleep, because we more or less slept the entire time. I didn't waken up later on to have any food or anything. Just slept, and because you're tossing and turning all the time, I never sleep like straight through when I'm away camping. It's more deep sleep and then out of it, in and out. So that's why I try and like get a bit longer of a duration. You know, if I can get like 9 hours downtime in the tent, that means I might get like 7 hours quality sleep. Maybe, I don't know. But oh, here, I hope there's not another river crossing here, because that the track goes up the other end, and that is pretty frothy white looking. Okay, let's go and check this out. The path comes down here, and you can see the tracks going up there. There's no way we're crossing that. That's too fast and too deep. We get swept away. We'll need to go up and look for somewhere to cross. Now look at this guy. Bloody hell, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. 4x4 track we're following is actually turned into a river. The guidebook and the Harvey map have us sticking to the east side of the glen, whereas the GPS took us over across the river to the west side. So just because I could cross down there, not the best bit, but doable. Any deeper it would have been a no-go. But I've been looking down at the river down there since we've been coming up, and I've not seen anywhere really better. So you take what you can when you can. Tell you much more than that, and the full thing would have been a no-go. We'd either been having to camp there, hopefully wait for the water to subside. There was actually a good wee camping flat spot that I found. Or we would have to go back. If you can't cross the river, you can't cross the river. Not that that's really... I mean, you can come right up and just cross our way up here at the tributaries to it. But there's just all these options. I'm rambling. Right, here we go. That's us getting up into the mist again. The sun's out and everything, look. We're going up here. This guy. Water you aim for, you pick up this path, skirt around there and down. There's some severe weather coming in, so we need to get off of this. Okay, you can see the wall there and we follow it around. So we come up over there, around here, down, and then you can see the path that we've came down there. And the path takes you up that way, but we want to come down here because that's taking you up this guy, by the looks of it. That's us picked up the path. I don't think there really is any good way to get down to it, to be honest. There's no clearly defined way. It's like mud and grass with boulders underneath. To be honest, this path isn't that much better anyway, but yeah, we're going down the glen here. Here you can see the path on the other side, so we need to cross the river down here. Looks easy enough, doesn't look too deep, especially with our bow deep earlier on. That's our river crossing point right there. This would actually be quite a nice bit to camp. Camp down there as well. Quite nice. Tell you one thing, staying in that hut last night was definitely the right thing to do. That's 5 hours today I've been at it and we're still not there yet. So if I tried to do that last night, we'd have just been here and probably wouldn't even been here because it would have been slower, we'd been so knackered. But I think that was 2 o'clock, was it? So it'd be 7, we'd be here at 7. I'm in that weather. I don't think Moss would have made it. I don't know if I would have. So I'm really glad we decided to stay in that hut. That was definitely the best choice. I'm hoping to get some food in Shieldbridge. Knowing my luck, they won't be serving food. It'll be like, oh, we stopped serving at 2, it's not until 4 now, or something like this. We'll see. Fingers crossed. So here we are coming into Shieldbridge. That's a campsite, not the one we'll be staying at if we're staying at any. I really hope they've got somewhere where I can get something to eat. I was disappointed at Kinlochhorn place. I was disappointed I couldn't get anything to eat there. Don't actually know if there is somewhere to get something to eat here. I just looked at the book and it said there's a small shop at the petrol station. Don't know if there's anything more than that. Yeah, so we managed to get something to eat there. Kintail Lodge. There's a Trekkers bit round the back. Not for food, you can go into the bar with your smelly gear on, and I was allowed to take the dog in. So that was really nice. Really nice of them. In fact, it wasn't even that they let me in, they just says, oh, no problem whatsoever. So I got 2 dinners. I got a fish and chips and a burger and chips. Ate all the chips, put the burger in my bag for later. Ate the fish. Moss got a dosa, also got a cheese board. I put some of the cheese in the burger for later. And Moss and I wolfed the rest. I always like to get more. They couldn't believe I was getting 2 dinners. They were like, oh, hungry guy. I was like, I've been eating super noodles for however many days, you know. You tend to forget how many days you've been out when you're doing stuff like this. I couldn't even remember the first place I camped, actually. I was struggling to remember the first campsite. We're only a few days in, you know. So that's 3:30. So I'm just going to go to this campsite up here. Because the next stage is the Falls of Glomach stage, so there's no way we're going over there at 3:30. So, besides, I want to get the tent up. Well, not that this has anything to do with it, but I want to get the... I could have stayed in that Trekkers, whatever, the digs that they had there, and had a few pints. I would have quite liked that. But I want to get the tent up and get it aired. And see, when I start, you know, the bar staff, there's a couple of lasses in the bar, dead friendly. I'd ended up getting half cut, blethering away and all this, you know, and I'd been buckled for the next day. Aye, so I'd recommend that. If you're going past, go into that lodge. You can stay there. I don't know what it is, I'll need to look it up later. They've also got Wi-Fi. They'll charge stuff for you. They've got the food, you can go in looking like a tramp, smelly. Now, I've not had a bath for like 4 days, washed at all. I'd recommend it, thumbs up, I like that place. Here's this place. That's cool. Okay, map time. Where have we came from and where are we now? And how many miles have we covered? So, 11.38 miles we've done today. Don't worry about any of that, I forgot to turn it off. So 11.38 miles. So that little square there is the Stalker's hut. And we decided to stop there for the night. That turned out to be a really good idea, because as you'll have seen in the video today, if I tried to make that last night after 2 o'clock, considering with that weather, that just wouldn't have happened. We would have had to camp somewhere away up in that at that altitude. It'd have been risky. Plus those river crossings and all that later on, just not good. That's when accidents happen, when you're tired and it's late and you're maybe pushing to get on. So we stayed there. When we woke up though, because it had been pissing down all night, the river was full, so we couldn't cross there, so we had to come up here, and there was a bit where I was able to cross. It was still fast and relatively deep, but not as bad as here. We then came up here, which was easy enough. Sorry, I'm trying to tilt my head to the side to
shine the light on here. So we came up here, ranged up here. This is easy, 4x4 track, and this is an unmarked path, but we didn't go up here. The track led down to here, which was where there was another, you could see it, you could actually see a path going up here. The 4x4 track continues up here, but that was, you'll see that in the video earlier on. There was just no way we were crossing there. We walked up, it seemed to get worse actually, and we came down and we crossed at quite a fast flowing deeper section, but there's no, this was a nightmare. This was a total nightmare all the way up. Now the GPS showed us going this way. Can't remember what the guidebook says. This doesn't, this shows us coming up here. Now if you had done that, you'd have been able to cross one of these tributaries. However, there is no path there. It's just all, that's all heather bashing, that is. Whereas if you come down here, cross here, it's a 4x4 track that comes all the way up to, it comes quite far up, and then you come along and you have, there's the ascent here. You come up, you see the wee bit of water there that's good for a marker, and there's a path that runs along here. So when you come up, you pick that up, and then you go along, you start dropping down, and there's like a line of stones there, and you follow that all around, and then you think that's going to be you, and then you look and it's like, and all the way miles down here, and you're like, what? You thought you were just going to drop down, you know, and you'd see the town and you'd just dawn her in. No, you don't. This is a good path all along down here. This is a smelly bit. Just watch out, because there's like rocks underneath the grass and such, and you have to eventually, I don't think there's a good way to come down here, and you pick up this path. Earlier on it became a river basically, and then you come down here, and then once you've been coming all the way along here on this path, you then cross the river here, and that was an easy river crossing compared to the ones we'd done earlier. The water had probably calmed down by then because it hadn't been raining for a while, and it was really wide. It was like mid calf height, and then you can see there's an obvious good 4x4 track there, and you just fly along there into town. And now you go through past this caravan site here, and you come out here. Now if you want to go to the wee shop that's at the petrol station, you have to walk back up here. I didn't even know what that was actually, but I just assumed. Let's see what it says. That says that's food shop and public telephone. My bad. So you'd had to walk back up here, but I didn't. I followed the route, came along, Kintail Lodge Hotel. I recommend going in there to get some tea. Really good, big, filling portions, nice pub food. They've got a Trekkers Lodge. I don't know what that is. I assume it's like a bunkhouse at the back. And they were really friendly. I went up, one of the ladies was outside, and I went up and said, he's still serving food, is it okay if I bring a dog in? She was like, oh aye, yeah, we're still selling food, no problem, in you come, no worries at all. It's a nice environment as well. Definitely, it was raining at the time, so I went in there and got 2 dinners. Came out, walked around. This is like, you can't walk straight through there, it's like a rock right there that you go through. So you come along, and then it's not that far. It's not that far at all. Flat road, and there's another wee shop here, and there it's there. There's another wee shop and tea room there. You come off at that bit there. It said the road was closed, but it's just a bridge they were doing works on. There's a footpath around it, so even if you're coming along here anytime soon, it says the road is closed, it's still alright for pedestrians. And we are now here, and this is a really nice campsite. It's like $12.50, but they've got a drying room, and it's a nice flat pitch and good facilities. So I've had a shower and drying my stuff and charged up my power bank and such, and we're about to get a wee sleep now.